Hello, Chrysler fans. Today we have the 2006 casting, first edition of the Chrysler Firepower concept car that was running around the car show circuit of 2005. Okay, so this was actually based on the Dodge Viper, which I can see in its proportioning, and it was designed by Brian Nylander. So it was powered by a 6.1 liter Hemi V8, unlike a Dodge, though the Viper, that is, the Viper has a V10. But this V8 was making 425 horsepower, and then 0 to 60 was 4.5 seconds. It goes 174 miles per hour, and it had a 5-speed automatic transmission. That's pretty good, actually. Look at that. And then I think it looks very much like an Aston Martin. But now, 2510 is the published wheelbase of this vehicle, so let's see what kind of scale we can get out of this. I'm going to measure these bumps here. I think those are supposed to be centered. That rear axle to the center of this bump. 43.5. Back to the calculator. 158 scale or so. So even if I measured poorly, it's still not remotely close to 164. That's a shame. Okay, well, anyways, it's a nice metallic blue. I like it. It's not too flaky, but it is definitely flaky. I think the wheel choice is actually relatively close. It has too many spokes, but they're at least straight spokes. And this is nice. It actually says Firepower right here, and it's in a recess. So very nicely done, Hot Wheels. I like that. The door handle looks pretty good. Panel gaps are okay for Hot Wheels. Fuel filler there looks alright. So no printing on the front, but you got some depth to the grill area and whatever this is. This is just a vent, I guess, and this bar is a LED strip. Headlight covers are defined. Nice ridges here in the hood. So that's a nicely cast hood, I think. Let's go this side. Firepower looks good on this side as well. Maybe the W could be better. Alright, going to the back. Now this is what I'm a fan of, because I can never paint this myself, right? So that's nice that the lights are painted. It also has the Chrysler badge printed. And then the exhausts are part of the chrome base. They're very shiny, chromy, showing through. Although it would be nice if they're actual rectangles. This is like 3/4 of a rectangle. Alright, so the diffuser area is black, so that seems alright. And then yes, look at this crazy top. So the chrome interior is a little over the top, of course. But I like that it's a sky blue window, so you can actually see that interior. Although with a chrome interior, maybe even a darker color would have been okay. But definitely gets their attention. But I guess they just wanted to have the chrome exhaust tips. That's the only reasoning, really. I'd rather have chrome than that swirly silver plastic, though, because that swirly silver plastic always has weird black lines in it. Okay, also, yeah, you got the Hot Wheels outline here showing through. And then, yeah, what it is, roughly when it was made. So, nice little carbon fiber texture here. Alright, even though these wheels aren't so bad, I'm going to come back. And so here we are with the wheels here, as good as I could get them to the originals. I have brakes in there as well, but I looked at photos and they have silver calipers and silver rotors, so it was a waste of time. I should have just molded them into the same wheel, but these are actually 3 pieces, you know, the tire, the wheel, and the brakes. Other than that, I just added, I had to print the tire twice. My first tire, it just was too gappy, so I made a second tire a bit bigger in its diameter, but there's a lot of friction going on. Doesn't really want to roll at all. It can move, but not freely. I had some black paint here, silver paint there, some silver on the little emblem, a little bit of black in these vents, and then the silver gas cap, and then a little black in the exhaust. That's about it. Not too much else to do. So that's it. I guess we should compare it to some other concept cars. Alright, first one to come up is a Ford GR1 concept. And it has the same kind of general theme where you have a big engine midship kind of thing going on in the front, or basically the cockpit's really far back like a Dodge Viper. It's kind of the styling choice, in a really general form. To exaggerate even further, though, I have this Cadillac 16. Granted, that's a 4-seater, or maybe a 5-seater, but it has a 16-cylinder engine. It's a shame Cadillac didn't actually make this. I think they'd have a market for it, a really expensive Cadillac. Alright, so that's really it for things like this. So here's a top view. Now naturally Hot Wheels, not this to scale, but they all look like they could actually live in the same universe. As long as this one's huge, I think that makes sense. Alright, let's let this thing spin up on the solar display. And get that over here. Well, I don't know. For some reason, I just don't feel like this is a super cool concept car. I mean, it's cool looking, but it just doesn't excite me for some reason. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a really cool concept car? Like a top 20? Top 100? I don't even think it falls into my top 100. Alright, well, thanks for watching today, and I'll see you in the next 3D printed wheel project.